Guilty as charged.
And this is where our producer, Kelly, gives us a new guilty as charged question every week. And if we're guilty, we take a sip. Kelly?
All right.
Whatever it is, I'm taking a sip.
Okay, go ahead.
Have you ever been awkward around someone famous or someone that you really respected?
Yes. I have a story.
Oh, no. I know this
Do you
story.
know my story?
Oh, this
Terrible.
is so
Have I heard
bad.
this story?
Don't tell it.
Don't?
Oh.
Now you have to. We have to hear
This is my worst. This is one of my worst.
If I could ever veto Dave, I'm
my
gonna
gosh.
use that card right now to say, please tell the story.
I know. We're going to, this is an honest
It can be
show.
edited out later.
Oh, stop it. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. My worst celebrity experience. We were in Las Vegas because Dad, Dave, was being inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame, which was a really big deal.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah, so we all flew out as a family because we all went as a family and went to this, they had a big ceremony. The night before, we were eating at a restaurant and everyone was talking about the guy that owned the restaurant. And I don't watch the Food Network. I don't watch cooking shows. I don't know famous chefs. That's not my thing. And Bobby Flay owns the restaurant. And this was a pairing exactly like you're talking about. And sweet Rachel in her early 20s that didn't get these experiences is very excited. I talk a lot. I'm having my probably dirty martini, probably my Manhattan, and you get wine pairing, all of it. So anyways, I think it's fair to say toward the end of the dinner, I was like, oh wow, I probably didn't eat enough for the whole pairing situation.
That's how we explain it.
So I am, so it's so I'm just like, oh yeah, okay. So we're getting out of the restaurant and everyone's chattering in our group and they're like, oh my gosh, he's here. He's actually in town. He's coming up to say hi and congratulations. I was like, what are y'all talking about? And they were like, Bobby Flay is coming. He's coming up. He's coming up to say hello. And everyone's freaking out. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know who he is. But Rachel is very I want to meet him.
You don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
You go, I want to meet him.
I do,
gotta
because
meet
everyone's freaking out.
His,
So you're
his name's on the front of the restaurant. I got to meet him.
Yeah, so it's I don't know. And so he comes up, he's talking.
This cannot end well.
It's not good. Well, I first walk up. Again, Rachel's,
You're not
She's kinda
7.
bashful.
You're in your mid-20s. You act like I was just a mere child.
She's kind of bashful.
And the first thing I said was, hi. I said, hi, Bobby Flynn. Ready for this? I don't know why. Hi, I'm Dave Ramsey's wife. And Mom and Dad were like, Rachel? And I was like, oh my God, no, not his wife. I'm his daughter. Sorry, Bobby Flynn, I'm his daughter. I said his name wrong twice. And Amy Severson, who's on our team, was there, and she grabs my arm and she says, hey, let's go over here, Rachel, And and we walk out and they said his name is Bobby Flay.
No.
This
And I
was
was
so
like, oh, no.
painful to watch.
It was terrible.
What I really want to know, I want to hear Bobby Flay's version of the
He
story.
probably doesn't remember it,
He
but in my
doesn't
head, it
remember.
was my
Just some-
worst interaction. Yeah.
Wow.
Some
Bobby
overly
Flynn.
excited chick at the restaurant.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow. Well, Rachel, if it makes you feel better, I'm guilty too. Mine's way more recent. I was in my early 30s.
Okay, tell us.
Dave was there, and Dave reminds me of this story all the time. I was at an event that Dave put
both
on.
of them.
Dave put on for an event for guys.
Okay.
Men that he respects.
Okay.
I happened to I was a late addition to the list. Let's say that.
No, George.
Not true. You've
And
been
there's
on the list for
some
years.
big time people there. I'm not going to name drop. This was a famous comedian. He's got a big podcast, and I was filming a magic trick that was happening that he was involved with. I thought this will be a cool
I
moment
heard this story, George.
to see this magic trick, come to life. We're 4.5 minutes into this trick. Things aren't going as planned, and he sees me filming and goes, "Hey, are you filming?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just." And he went, "I got to get out of here." And I apparently, to Dave's version, I forced him to leave the party because of how uncomfortable I made him.
George.
And to this day, I think about it every night before bed. And I feel terrible. I didn't know that it was going to make him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We're used to camera. He's used to cameras. This particular incident
George,
He wasn't having it.
And you're just filming them right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So haven't lived that one down. Don't know if I'll make it back on the invite list, but
Oh, you're fine. I'm just going to take your phone away from you at the door.
yeah, I've learned. Ask for consent before
Okay, that's
pulling out
good.
the
That's
phone.
a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yep.
And Dave's never been awkward around anyone.
I'm awkward around everybody. It's just a problem. I don't know. The first time I was on the Today Show, Matt Lauer was on and Katie Couric was on. And I'm just like, me and Matt are sitting right there, and we did the little interview thing, and my little scissors, I'm chopping up credit cards. And it was a classic routine I'd done a bazillion times, but never done on the Today Show. So I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm just happy to be here. Life's good. And so Katie's over there at the desk, across the room. They had like 3 sets in the room, big studio. And so I'm like, hi, Katie Couric. And she says, hi, Dave Ramsey. So I start walking towards her to say hi and shake her hand. And like 3 security guys jump between us. And I'm like, okay, not shaking her hand.
Goodness gracious. You were a guest on the set. It's not like you were a stranger.
Yeah, but those morning shows, it's yeah. Not in a bad way, but
they were the stars of the show in those days. They were they were hot commodity. So actually Matt wasn't. He was just starting then. But Katie was a big deal then.
Wow.
And I'm sure they worried some weird guy from Tennessee with a huge set of scissors is coming towards Katie.
Yeah, if you were holding the scissors.
Here I am.
Maybe put the scissors down.
Edward
before-
Scissorhands attacks Katie Couric.
Don't approach Katie with scissors.
Katie. Oh.
Those are big scissors you had back. Wow. All right. I guess this is the first time we're all guilty.
We're all guilty. All
Cheers
right.
to that.
Cheers
Guilty,
to the
guilty,
cheers
guilty.
to the guilt.
We're in enough rooms with famous people. We got lots of things to be guilty about on that one.
Bobby Flay, never forget you.
Wow.
Never forget. Never
Bobby
forget.
Flynn.